crafters, Lisa here from Fun Stuff Crafts. So glad you could join me for another Inspiration Friday. So this week I thought it would be really fun to show you how you can use sublimation and make some party favors. Now when I say party favors, I'm not talking about little kids parties with this one. I am talking about adult parties. I am talking about bridal showers. I'm talking about bachelorette parties, a New Year's Eve party, anything that involves adults and maybe a few beverages. So what I'm talking about is showing you guys how you can use sublimation to customize shot glasses. Now I have a request in our local shop downtown all the time to make shot glasses with our city's name on it. People want them as gifts. And I thought how fun it would be to make it for that, but also it would be really fun to make for parties. So I am going to show you how I actually use Design Space this week to design this little shot glass. I normally do everything in Canva, but I needed to use a template for this one. So I decided to do it in Design Space. So give me a second. I'm going to get my camera angle, change it, and I'm going to join you in Design Space. But hey, before we get there, got to tell you thank you for stopping by my channel. And hey, if you're new, make sure you click on that subscribe button and click on the bell, and YouTube should alert you each time I upload a new video. We try to do it every Friday. That's why we call it Inspiration Friday. So give me a second, get that camera angle, change it, and I'm going to join you in Design Space so I can show you how I created this design. So let's get started with this tutorial on how you can use Design Space to bring in a template and create a design. So the first thing I want to do is I'm just going to go to the blank canvas, and I'm just going to start with a clean slate. Now what I want to do is I want to upload the template. You guys can see I've been doing this a little bit, but I'm going to do it all the way for you guys so you guys can see. So if I want to upload that template that I downloaded from Coastal Business, I need to make sure it's in the right format. So it's got to be a PNG, a JPEG, a GIF, or you guys can see these. It came down as a PDF. So I'm on my iMac and I was able to export and save it as a PNG. So I'm going to go out to my browse, and I know that I have got it right here as a PNG. So here is the template all ready to go. So what I like to do is I just always grab complex whenever I am uploading an image, and I'm going to hit continue. The very first thing I want to do is I like to remove the background. Just start so there's nothing in the background. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to use the crop feature, and I want to crop this to be just what I want to bring in. I'm going to downsize that down to about 100% or close to it. And there we've got it. And now I'm just going to hit apply. Now I'm going to bring this in as a print then cut, and I'm going to call it Shot Glass Coastal Business. And I know it is the 1.5 ounce. So that way I know that I've got that template. And I'm actually going to put the word template on it. And then I'm just going to hit upload. So now this is the item we just brought in. So we're going to click it. We're going to come down here to add to canvas, and voila, that is what we just brought in. Now you guys can definitely tell that is not the right size for my project. So what I've done is I've went in and I've measured around the top of my shot glass, and I know that my tape measure reads 6 1/4, and I know the height of my shot glass is 2.5. So there I have got my ready-made template ready to go. Now the reason why they've got two tones here is they're depicting this is the bleed and this is the main piece. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and change that to a cut, And that's going to take on that whole design is the exact dimensions that I needed. Now I like to change this to a white background. And the other thing is I like to add a little bit of an offset. Not much. I'm just going to go with a 0.10 and I'm going to apply that. And then we're going to start adding our designs. And this is where the fun part comes in, you guys. Hop on over to images. And for me, I just said shot glasses. And Design Space has got some really cute different sayings. And I really like this. Friends don't let friends take shots alone. So I'm going to go ahead and add that one in there. And I'm going to say add to canvas. So here we can tell that's a little bit too big. So grab those corner squares and just size it up just right. Then what I like to do is I like to make sure it's centered. So did you guys see what I did there? All I did is by going down like that, I grabbed all 3 layers. I've got the word layer, the white layer, and the black layer. I've got all 3 layers. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to alignment and I'm going to say center. Not that center though, Lisa. I'm going to do center horizontally. There we go. I should have just grabbed the white and the words, and I should have then said center horizontally. So now I've got that. So that's cute, right? But what about adding something fun to the background? Have you guys ever come up here and changed your layout to a print then cut, then come up to the colors, and you've got different print types available? You've got the original artwork, you've got all different colors you can choose from, or have you guys used the pattern feature before? I think it's fun doing the pattern feature, and I really like doing the filter with it. So let's find a fun color. Let's do orange, and let's find a fun orange one. And I think I really like how this one kind of has a it shows the different colors. So I could leave it just like that, and that looks really cute, right? But did you know that you can edit the pattern? And I have fun with the pattern sometimes is I'll increase it, and so it's not repeating as much. For some reason, I've really been enjoying this rotating one lately. So I've just been rotating the pattern just a little bit, just to add something to it. And there we are. We are ready to go with our cute design. Now, before we go any further, I do like to change that black layer to the same layer that I have got in the main part. And so I'm going to go ahead, I change that to a print then cut. I'm going to come up here and I am going to grab pattern. I'm going to filter it to orange and I'm going to grab that one. And then I'm just going to let it go just like it is. So it has a little bit of a contrast there. Now I'm going to grab all of the images and I'm going to group them together. And then I'm going to come down here to flatten. And flatten makes this all one image, as you can see here. And we are ready to send it to the printer. So if I go to make it now, it's going to show up. Now, I also can print more than one. And 3 of these will fit perfect on one sheet. I also like to change mine to be mirror image at this point in time. You can do that in your print settings, but just to be safe, I like to do it right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit continue, and I am going to send this directly to the printer. And my print setup comes up. I want to make sure I've got my right printer set up. I'm going to add the bleed, and I'm going to turn my use system dialog button on. Now, sometimes you can't see your system dialog, and this note down at the bottom says, after clicking your print dialog may appear behind Design Space. So that's where it's been hiding all this time. So if I click on print, and it's just going to go and go and go, I need to minimize this, and so that I can get to my print feature. Why? And there it is. Took a minute for it to come up. So now it defaulted to my last settings, okay? And I want to go back to default settings. That way I'm at my mirror image here. I have the ability now to change anything that I'd like to change. I always like to bump mine up to best settings, okay? So that's the best quality that it's going to print out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit print. And instead of coming back to Design Space and having my Cricut cut out that image, I'm just going to use a pair of scissors and cut it out. So give me a second. I'll go grab my printout and we'll move on to the next step. So I grabbed this off my printer and you can see my design is all done. And I also wanted to show you, these are the shot glasses. You can see I've made a few. So this is the shot glass that we're going to be using. So I'm going to grab that out so we have it ready to go. I've got a pair of scissors ready to go, and I've got my tape ready to go, and I've also got a shrink wrap. Now this one I've already cut once, and normally I use a white shrink wrap, but these ones are clear and they work out just great. So you need to use a shrink wrap anytime we're using a convection oven, which we're going to be using for this sublimation project. And then because we're using the shrink wrap, we need a heat gun. So let's get going on putting together this design. So what I'm going to do is like I said, I could have used my Cricut to cut this out, but I am just going to use a pair of scissors and I am going to cut it out. And I don't have to be exact here. I know I've got some excess because I put that extra bleed on. And so I know that I'm okay there. So what I want to do now is I have got my glass and I am going to lay it right on there. And then I'm going to bring my images over, and I like to set it upright so I can see. And you can see because I added that bleed on, it's a little bit bigger. So what I like to do, every glass seems to be just a little bit different in size. And so what I like to do is I like to trim it. Now you could tape over, and sometimes that shows through, so I don't like to do it very often. So I'm just going to bring that over, and then now I am going to tape my design in place. Now I have went to using this thicker tape that I absolutely just love, and I think it gives me more of a secure tightness with my tape, because see how I put the tape just on one side, I'm holding that other in, and I'm now going to pull that tape as tight as I can. So I'm just trying to get a really tight finish. The whole idea on sublimation is to not have any air pockets. So I'm doing that up as tight as I can, and I'm just going to go all the way around with it. And just as easy as that. Now what we'll do is I like to measure mine, and I like to cut these down to size. And that way I can get more use. This will be enough to do another glass. And what I do is I just literally just set it right there. It's kind of hard to see, I know, but I set it right there, and then I've got my heat gun. And I am just going to do my heat gun and let that all shrink up. Okay, you can see my heat gun. I've got all the air pockets out, and it's nice and tight going all the way around. I probably could add just a little bit more heat on top, which I'll do. And then if I really feel like I need to add any more, I will. And this is just precautionary, you guys. You do not have to do this, but that top, because I've got that full color, to make sure that top comes in all the way, I'm just gonna add a little bit more tape. Now, some people will tell you I'm probably doing an overkill on tape. So you guys do it how it works for you, but I just know this works for me. So now I'm going to go over to the convection oven, and I've got it at 400 degrees, and I'm gonna put this in there for 13 minutes, and we are gonna have a custom made shot glass. And here's a quick shot of that shot glass in my convection oven. And then 13 minutes later, I've just taken it out of the oven. And you notice I've got a heat resistant glove on one hand, and I am very carefully pulling away that shrink wrap and that heat resistant tape, and then our sublimation paper. And you guys, this is really hot, so you've got to be really careful. But I get so excited when I start to take these off and you start to reveal those vibrant colors. I just love how these shot glasses have turned out. Just look at that. It just pops with color. So here, let me give you a better close-up view of 3 of them I've made within the past couple hours. I've had lots of fun making these. These are great for party favors, or they're also great if you guys are doing some bazaars and you're looking for something to sell. If you're looking for other DIY type projects, don't forget to check out my blog at funstuffcrafts.com. Thanks for joining me today.